No medals given when they stand guard on our border posts. No questions asked when they smile and lay down their lives. No material gain when they risk their lives to save yours. But who will guard the interests of our braves as they battle icy storms and government-ordered austerity? The last 11 months have been among the most violent along the line of control between India and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Several Indian soldiers have died, and not only because of the bullets of our enemies and terrorists on the other side, but also because of the unbelievable weather, unimaginable weather that is part of the line of control frontier. The fact is, today, as we bring you this story, there is a sense of shock and outrage because soldiers who brave those harsh winter posts to keep the country secure will now have to face an additional enemy, a third enemy, an austerity drive to ration fuel and cut down the services of porters and ponies to high altitude posts, claiming that these posts are already well stocked up and therefore there's no need for these quote-unquote luxuries. Is this an effort to economize, or is this a completely ignorant government that should be beginning austerity in Delhi and not along the line of control? Gaurav Sawant and Ashraf Wani with this report. Indian Army Jawans standing guard along the treacherous line of control in sub-zero temperatures. But inclement weather and a hostile Pakistan aren't the only threats. A bizarre Ministry of Defence directive on austerity measures has left soldiers at the frontier literally numb.
The Ministry of Defence has directed the services headquarters to bring down revenue expenditure, and this has been translated into a bizarre order cutting down kerosene supply and the supply of porters to soldiers along the 776-kilometer long line of control. Jawans today are well aware of their environment and see how Government of India spends over 7,000 rupees per plate at state dinners at the Prime Minister's residence or the international junkets our politicians splurge on. If austerity is required, it should begin in Delhi and not along the line of control. Officers, of course, are telling Jawans this is a temporary measure and the matter has been taken up with the Ministry of Defence.
This absurd austerity in peak winters also means kerosene supply has been cut down by 40 to 50% across the board, including for troops posted at high altitude. To make it worse, the government's bizarre austerity drive has also resulted in a fund squeeze in hiring of porters and ponies to take essential supplies, equipment, ammunition, food, and even water to difficult posts along the line of control. Soldiers, veterans, and even porters are perplexed and angry with the government's fresh move.
You see, K-oil is used primarily for the purpose of heating water for taking bath once or twice a week. Secondly, for keeping the bunker warm, which contains, sort of houses almost 6 to 8 soldiers. Thirdly, for cleaning a bit of weapons. And lastly, for cooking purposes. Tell me, Gaurav, where exactly can you cut on it?
Officially, both the Army and the Defence Ministry have chosen not to comment on this, but off-camera have tried to justify the move. Already inflated and unwieldy, the Army wants to economize, with a staggering 80% of its non-weapons budget spent just on salaries and maintenance costs. With posts already stocked up, the effort is to cut down on wastage. The question is, do we wish for soldiers deployed in the world's most hostile battlefield wanting even for a moment? With Gaurav Sawant in Delhi and Ashraf Wani in Srinagar, Bureau Report, Headlines Today. So you actually heard that right. The government wants the army to economize. It wants it to cut down on what it sees as unnecessary facilities and luxuries and amenities on the line of control, because those are the words that are being used by the administration. Take a look at some of these pictures that we've got on screen for you, and I'm going to give you a report in just a moment which gives you a sense of what life is like on the line of control. It's hundreds of miles from where we are, both physically and in our imagination. And the few of us who've been, lucky enough to travel to these locations, we couldn't even survive there for a couple of days. These are men and women who stay there for months together guarding these frontiers, which are some of the most hostile conditions ever imaginable in this country. I want to show you this now. My colleague Ashraf Wani visited the line of control a few days ago, where he actually witnessed an avalanche rescue operation. This gives you a sense like nothing else of what life is like there.
Over 200 of our braves have lost their lives in icy snowstorms on our forbidding borders over the last 5 years. For those sitting in Delhi's power corridors, it's only another statistic. Hundreds of miles away, Jawans keep their chins up, never once questioning the conditions in which they keep the enemy at bay. The mercury oscillates between a deathly -20 and -30 degrees, but it fails to chill their spirits. After a tough summer, even as terrorists keep their eyes peeled for the slightest they can take advantage of. Netas in Delhi proceed with harsh budget cuts, right in the middle of one of the harshest ever winters. For the soldiers, it is a signal their low priority status just fell even further. But not one frown of disappointment or surprise is seen on these faces as these heroes in uniform march on, securing our borders and our lives. For them, every Indian's life is a matter of life and death.
जैसे बर्फ नहीं है, हमारे को कोई रुकावट नहीं है, हम अभी भी लड़ सकते हैं उनसे.
For them, every Indian's life is a matter of life and death.
Snow avalanches on the line of control and around the line of control are the big threat for the security forces, particularly the army jawans, as well as to the civilian populations living surrounding these areas, because these are taking the more lives than enemy in these particular areas. You can see here a rescue operation is going on where one civilian has got trapped in a snow avalanche, who has been rescued here by the army jawans, because they have specialized avalanche rescue teams which not only help to the army to get rid of such situations but even help to the civilians also.
जैसा कि आपने देखा कि यहाँ पे एक अवलांच आया था और हमें पता चला कि यहाँ पे एक सिविलियन नीचे गिर गया है, तो हमारी रेस्क्यू टीम जो है यहाँ पे आई और हमने यहाँ पे उसकी जो है रेस्क्यू किया और उसको जो है ऊपर लाया, जिससे उसकी जान बच गई.
On 9 January, 8 Jawans were caught in the middle of a snowstorm. 6 were rescued by avalanche rescue teams, while the remaining 2 could not be saved.
We have avalanche-prone specific areas where we have kept these detachments. These DETs carry out rescue whenever we come to know about some incident, be it a civilian or the army person.
So we have adequate amount of equipment to take care of. We are well trained, and we keep the weather in mind while being deployed in this area. That is the basic.
Do netas and bureaucrats understand that paperwork alone doesn't factor in the harsh realities on the ground? A shrinking budget may not have affected the spirits of our braves, but it definitely makes them question, why should the ordinary Indian soldier become a scapegoat when the government decides to rationalize?
I am here on the line of control in one of the sectors. You can see the level of snow. Almost all it is the 6 to 8 feet snow here on the line of control, and the temperatures are -20 degrees, and these are the snowy winds which are a big threat here for the army personnel deployed here for the security of the nation. You can see the level of snow. You can assess it. That whole fence which is being built on the line of control has got buried under the snow at many places. This is a big challenge here for the security personnel in these adverse weather conditions. On other side, you can see these deep valleys which had been completely come under the clouds, and nothing is visible there, what is going on there. So to guard the nation, to guard the line of control, and to provide the security to the country is the big challenge in these adverse weather conditions here on the line of control. With cameraman Rauf Ahmed, Ashraf Wani for Headlines Today on Line of Control.